Long before the sun appeared, the morning sky stretched above the land in a deep, intense blue. In the countryside of Zimbabwe, people often knew what such a sky meant. It promised heat later in the day and perhaps heavy rain by afternoon. But at that early hour, the air was cool and the grass still wet with dew. A 14-year-old boy was already awake. Standing beside a large log of wood, he gripped a sharp axe and began to chop the wood. Each swing struck the log with strength, sending bright chips of wood flying through the air. They rose in smooth arcs before slowly settling onto the damp grass. To the boy, those tiny pieces seemed to hang in the air for ages before falling, as if the morning itself had slowed down to watch them. The log was big and heavy. But when you are 14, this is exactly the kind of challenge you want. A big log with something to conquer, something that proves your growing strength. And so the boy kept on chopping, enjoying the rhythm of the axe and the work of his own hands. Soon, the boy gathered the wood and lit a fire. The flames began to burn, and a thin spiral of smoke rose gently upward. At first, the smoke curled and twisted, but as it climbed higher, it straightened and spread out towards the distant sky. The boy watched it carefully. The rising smoke looked almost like a signal being sent far away, or perhaps a quiet prayer rising into the morning. The fire hissed softly. Sparks leapt and disappeared into the air. Beside the fire, the boy now placed 2 cobs of maize to roast. Slowly, they turned golden over the flames. The sky continued to brighten, and finally the sun appeared in the east. It rose slowly, almost like a guest arriving late to a feast. But the boy was ready. By the time the sun reached the sky, the roasted maize was waiting. Looking toward the bright horizon, the boy spoke playfully, inviting the sun to share the food with him. But the sun only seemed to wink, the way a grown-up might wink at a child who is enjoying a moment of simple happiness. So the boy began to eat. He took a large bite from the maize and smiled. Then he decided to share the meal with sun in his own way. 1 bite for the sun, 1 for me. 1 bite for the sun, 1 for me. And he continued. Slowly the sweet roasted maize disappeared until nothing remained but the empty cobs lying in the warm sunlight, just like 2 little skeletons resting under the sky. Yet the boy felt no sadness. The quiet morning had already given him something far richer than breakfast. Chopping wood, lighting a fire, watching the smoke rise, and greeting the sun had filled the morning with a simple but powerful joy. In that moment, standing between childhood and adulthood, the boy understood something important. Life moves forward just like the rising sun. And the secret is not to fear the passing of time, but to taste every moment fully, the way he had enjoyed each bite of maize under the morning sky. Wow, what a positive and a bright story, right? Follow Tell a Tale with Heena for more.